Hello everyone. We'll be doing continuing with the chapter Computation and Combinations today. And in the last lecture, we had discussed some typical problem sets like choosing certain elements when there are some wants to be together, some elements are not to be selected, which are compulsory to be selected. So we did 6 types of typical problems. We'll do 4 more in this lecture, and we'll continue with this in the next lecture as well. So we'll be doing the TCP 7. That was typical problem set number 7. What does it say is, these are the typical problems of type at least type. I mean, you are given you have to select at least 4 of this type, at least 5 of this type. So these are known as at least or at most problems. So the basic way to solve these problems is, you have to make cases. You can't do it directly. You have to make the cases which all possible cases are there that will satisfy the given condition, and you have to solve them individual and then add the total number of cases, because the possibilities could be either of the first type, either of the second type, third type. So we'll use the fundamental principle of addition in it, and then we can say what is the total number of possible cases. So let us do one question based on it. If I say that, say there's a team which has 16 members in it, okay, which has say 8 you have say batsmen in it, and say 8 are bowlers in it, okay. So you have to basically select a team. You have to make a team of 11 out of it, or say 7 out of it. So this was including the extras and all. You have to construct a team which has 7 members in it, with at least 3 batsmen. So how many such teams could be formed? So this is the basic question. 7 members in it with at least 3 batsmen. How many possible teams could be formed from a given set of 16 members having 8 batsmen and 8 bowlers? Okay. So first of all, we will break this problem. So what does this mean? At least 3 batsmen. At least 3 batsmen means that whatever the team would be formed of 7 members, it must have 3 batsmen at least. That is, it could have 3 batsmen as well, 4 batsmen as well, 5 batsmen as well, 6 batsmen as well, and 7 batsmen as well. It can't have less than 3. So the cases of having 2 batsmen, 1 batsman, or 0 batsmen are excluded. So these are not the cases. So first of all, the cases are batsman equals to 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. These are the 6 cases that would be the case when this condition is satisfied. So we will take one by one each cases and form their number of possible ways in which this scenario can be satisfied, and then we will add a total number of cases to get the final solution of how many teams such that it has at least 3 batsmen. So case 1 would be when the number of batsmen are 3. Number of batsmen equals 3. So this is for sure. If 3 are batsmen, 5 would be bowlers. Okay. So in the initial squad, it had 8 batsmen and 8 bowlers. So you have to choose 3 out of them, the 3 batsmen out of the given 8 batsmen, and 5 bowlers out of the 8 bowlers. So as you all know, this would be choosing 3 out of 8, that is 8C3. And this would be multiplied by the total number of ways to choose 5 bowlers out of the given 8 bowlers, that would be 8C5. Okay. So this would be the first case when the number of batsmen are 3. Case 2 is number of batsmen equals 4. So there would be obviously 4 bowlers in it. So this could be calculated similarly. We have to choose 4 batsmen from the given 8 batsmen set and 4 bowlers from the given 8 bowler set. So it would be 8C4, choosing 4 batsmen out of the given 8, and this would be multiplied with choosing 4 bowlers out of the given 8 bowlers. So 8C4 into 8C4. This is the second case. Similarly, we will do the third case. That would be number of batsmen is equal to 5, and there would be 3 bowlers. Sorry, I think so I did something wrong. Yeah, the total number of members was 7. So there would be 4 bowlers over here, and there would be 3 bowlers over here, and there would be 2 bowlers over here. Sorry, because the total number was 7. So here we would be choosing 4 out of 8 bowlers, choosing 3 out of 8 bowlers. Similarly, in the third case, there were 5 batsmen to be chosen from the given 8 and 2 from the 8 bowlers. That would be 8C5 into 8C2. And similarly, there could be case 4, number of batsmen equals 6, and there is 1 bowler in this squad. So 8C6 is to choose the batsman into 8C1 to choose the bowler. And similarly, the last case would be case 5, batsman equals 7, bowler equals 0. So 8C7 ways to choose the 7 batsmen into 8C0, that is the number of ways to choose 8 bowlers. So we have to add these all 5 cases because these are the only different cases that would be possible. So by applying the fundamental principle of addition, you can add these possibilities to get the total number of possibilities to select 7 members in which at least 3 are batsmen. So it will be given by the expression 8C3 into 8C4 plus 8C4 into 8C3 plus 8C5 into 8C2 plus 8C6 into 8C1 plus 8C7 into 8C0. So this would be the basic answer. So that is the addition of all these cases. This is the typical problem set number 7, where you have at most and at least type of problem. Here if it would have been at most 3 batsmen, you would have just made the cases similar to that. At most means that the maximum value it can take is that value, 3. So at most 3 batsmen means it could have 0 batsmen, 1 batsman, 2 batsmen or 3 batsmen. So similarly we would have found the number of possibilities of having 0 batsmen, 1 batsman, 2 batsmen and 3 batsmen, and then we would have added them in the similar case to get the total number answer. So this is the typical problem 7, which is based on at least and at most cases. So you have to just form the cases according to the situation and then calculate them individually, and then you have to add them accordingly to the scenario given. Okay, so another typical problem set 8 is, it is related to basically when you are choosing certain elements. Typical problem set number 8. It is basically linked to the situations in which you have repetition of something. Like you have to choose R objects from N objects such that they all are not different. So this is basically another type of case where, another type of scenario where you have to make a bit of cases and you have to study the cases, how to handle these kind of problems. So let me give you an example and try to explain how to solve these kind of problems. So let us suppose we had a string A, B, 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 C. This was the string we have. Okay. So you have to select 3 items. So you have to select a 3 length string. So I mean to say is this is a length 6 string because it has 6 alphabets. So this is basically a string of length 6. That is, it has 6 elements. So you have to choose a string having 3 alphabets from this given string A, B, 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 C. So in how many ways can you do this? Choosing a string having 3 alphabets. So the basic identification phenomenon in this is you have to select these 3 alphabets out of these given 6 alphabets, and all of them are not distinct, as you have 2 A's, 3 B's and 1 C. So you form the different cases according to it. So what could be the cases according to the 3 alphabets? Either they could be all same, all the 3 alphabets could be same, or 2 could be same, or different. These are the only 3 possibilities that arise in the case of 3 alphabets. Either all of them are same, that is, in this case you have B, 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 let us suppose. So all of them are same. The other is, say, you could have two alphabets being the same, say A, and the other one is different, the third one is different. Or it could be all of them are different. So these are the only 3 cases that are formed. So we'll evaluate all the 3 possibilities separately, and then we will add them, because these are the only separate possibilities. It can't be that all are same and still 2 are same, because they are excluding properties. Okay, so we'll add all these cases to find the total number of possible ways of choosing a string having 3 alphabets. So we'll begin with the first case. Okay, so from case 1, that is all same. In the all same, you have to choose 3 alphabets that are same. In this string, there is only 1 alphabet that is repeated 3 times. So the string that having all the alphabets same would be only B, B, B. Okay, so this is only one possibility in this case, all same case. So the another second case is 2 could be same. So basically you have to say these 2 elements are same, and the third has to be different. You have to say in these 3 blanks using the alphabets over here. So first of all, anything that is occurring 2 times can be used in these 2 blanks. Obviously A is occurring 2 times and B is also occurring 2 times. So you have 2 possibilities. Okay, you have 2 possibilities, that is either you can choose A or you can choose B. So whatever you choose would be fitted into these 2 places. So let us suppose you choose AA, so there will be AA over here, and similarly here it would be B and B, another case it would be. Okay, so 2 same, 2 are same. Okay, so you have 2 cases and you have to choose one of them. Okay, if you have chosen one of them, in this case AA, what you are remaining with, that is, you have the possibility of either being C over here or B over here. Okay, so A has been finished already because it had only 2 A's. It had already been finished. 2 A's has been used. So the last position would be either occupied by B or C. That is, you had 2 C1 choices in the last position. But if you had chosen 2 B's over here, but you are sure that it can't be another B over here, the third position cannot be occupied with a B. This could be B, because if that was the case, we had counted it already in the all same case. So this is for sure that in this case also you can't choose B at this position. So you are left with the choices of either choosing A or choosing C. So here also you had choice 2C1. So basically you had 2 choices out of 2. You had to choose these 2 blocks, which element you wanted to repeat. That is, you have to see that 2 are required to be same. Which of the elements is having a frequency more than 2? A is also having a frequency more than 2, B is also having frequency more than 2. So any of them could have occupied this position. So you had 2C1 possibility. But after fixing that, you have just 2 elements remaining and you have to choose either one of them. So this is 2C1 into 2C1. 2C1, this was for the first 2 blocks and this is for the last block. Okay? The last case arises if all are different. So this is quite straightforward as there are only 3 elements in this and you have to choose 3 elements, and if they all have to be different, they have basically 3 choices you have and you have to choose 3 of them. So there is only one possibility. So the total number of ways to choose a 3 alphabet string out of it is 1 for this all being same, this 4 cases 2C1 into 2C1, and this is the last one, that is 1 case. So you have basically 6 such possible ways of choosing 3 alphabets out of these 6 alphabets. Okay, so this is another type of problem when you have to choose R objects out of such n objects where all of them are not different. You have some copies of some elements. So you have to basically form cases that how many of some type, how many of other type, and similarly solve according to each and individual case, and then you can add all of them. So this is typical problem set number 8. The typical problem number 9 is based on similarly on the typical problem 8. In problem number 8, we were basically choosing certain elements out of the given set where all were not different. Here you have to permute the chosen n elements, r elements as well. So this is typical problem number 9. Ways to arrange R objects from n objects when all are not different. So basically, let us take the same problem as the previous one. That is, you have a string A, B, 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 C. You have to basically form the arrangement of 3 alphabet string arrangements. This is the question. How many 3 alphabet string arrangements are possible of A, B, 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 C? So first of all, you would make the 3 cases as the previous case. So you would have the case 1. All same. So first of all, you would choose how many ways this scenario would be formed. That was obviously one case, 1C1. Now the case you have to identify what basic permutation you can form from this case. This case would be BBB. How many permutations can you form from it? No permutation, because there are 3 factorial. As 3 elements are same, you will divide it by 3 factorial, this will give you 1. So only one permutation is possible, having the feature that all the 3 alphabets are same. We'll see the difference in the case 2. 2 alphabets are same. In this case, as we discussed in the previous PCT, you had to choose these first 2 elements, which alphabet would occupy these first 2 places and what would occupy at the last place. So obviously you would have 2 possibilities having frequency more than 2, that is B and A. So you would have 2 C1 cases to choose the element which would occupy the first 2 places, and the remaining 2 would be there for the last element. So 2C1 to form this. So the final configuration what we will get by after choosing these scenario is you would have an element that is repeating 2 times and one is a distinct element. So the total number of permutations you can form with these 3 elements having 2 same elements is 3 factorial divided by 2 factorial. So this would give you 3 and this was 4. So 12 basically permutations of, basically there are 12 such arrangements having 2 alphabets same that could be formed using this string. Case 3, all are distinct. As you know, there are only 3 basic different elements in this and you have to choose all of them because you have to choose 3 alphabet string. So there is only one way, that is 3C3, and then you have to permute this. You have to rearrange this obtained string. The obtained string would have all the 3 elements different, that is A, B, C would be there. You have to permute these 3 alphabet strings, so it could be permuted in 3 factorial ways, so it would give you 6. So the total number of 3 alphabet string arrangements is the addition of all these 3 cases, that is 1 plus 12 plus 6, that is total number is 19 number of permutations that could be formed, a 3 alphabet arrangement that could be formed using the string AA, BB, B, C. So basically in this lecture we understood some of the case-based analysis of some permutation combination problems, like the at least problems, where you have to just see which all cases can be formed from the given problem. You have to break that problem into some certain cases and you have to solve them individually. Then you can club them using the fundamental principle of addition, and this is demonstrated in the basic 3 types over here. Next we will discuss some more TCPs in the next lecture. Thank you.